Hey, what's happening, everyone? I'm Jared Bronstein. Be sure to connect with me on my personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jared Bronstein. And if you want to get notifications of when we post videos, you got to hit the little bell icon so you guys can stay up to date with everything I.O. With Super Bowl Sunday just a few days away, we thought why not count down some of the very best Super Bowl commercials. And this isn't any official list, kind of. It's my opinion, so technically it's my official list. But if your favorite isn't here, I guess we just don't share the same sense of humor or emotions, because not all the videos are funny. Majority of them are, though. Either way, here are my favorite top 10 Super Bowl commercials. Number 10 is a Pepsi commercial from 1992 Super Bowl 26, showcasing the beautiful Sidney Crawford. The commercial shows two young boys sitting by a fence when they see Crawford, wearing a tight white tank top and Daisy Duke shorts, get out of a brand new sports car. Obviously the focus is on her because, well, look at her, she's absolutely gorgeous. But when she goes over to the Pepsi machine and gets a can, it prompts one of the two boys who are staring at her to say, "Is that a great new Pepsi can or what?" To which the other boy replies, "It's beautiful." Obviously played on the fact that they're not talking about the stunning Crawford, who is, if I did not mention before, extremely attractive. Number 9 is a McDonald's commercial that aired in 1993 for Super Bowl 27. It features two of the best basketball players of all time, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. The two-part commercial shows Jordan about to eat a Big Mac when Bird challenges him to a game for it. But this wasn't just one-on-one basketball, it was first one to miss the net. They start off relatively easy, but it ends with the two of them on top of a skyscraper, with Jordan challenging Bird to get nothing but net. Of course, he also has to bounce it off the expressway, over the river, off the billboard, through the window, and off the wall before hitting that swish. Number 8 is a commercial that would give birth to a new identity for Snickers and their now famous line, "You're not yourself when you're hungry." It shows a group of young guys playing football with a little old lady who turns out to be Betty White. After missing a catch and being tackled, White gets called out by a teammate who refers to her as Mike. "Mike, you're playing like Betty White out there." To which Mike, portrayed by Betty White, responds, "That's not what your girlfriend says." After White's character eats a Snickers, he turns into the young man he once was and is back to his normal self. Great commercial, which would lead to many others, featuring Don Rickles, Aretha Franklin, and even the Joker. Number 7 is a commercial that was directed by Ridley Scott, so you know it was amazing. Apple's 1984 Super Bowl commercial that first introduced Macintosh computers, because back then they weren't just called Macs. The commercial played on the 1949 novel by George Orwell titled 1984, and the idea was that Macintosh computers would provide an inspirational creative spark that would free individuals caught under the spell of Big Brother. In this case, it is believed Big Brother was IBM, who ran the computer game back in the 80s. Check out that commercial, I enjoyed it, it's funny, kinda creepy, whatever. Deal with it, bro. Number 6, Reebok, Terry Tate, official linebacker from 2003. This commercial really doesn't get any point across other than if you don't get your work done in this office, a huge black man is going to run you over. The commercial was obviously for Reebok, and although the company's name was mentioned a few times, didn't really sell anything that Reebok sells. Like, it didn't really work as a commercial. Either way though, the commercial itself was entertaining, especially when Tate tackles someone for not putting a cover sheet on their report. As another employee walks by Tate, who is aggressively yelling in the middle of the office at the man he just tackled and standing on top of him, the other employee greets him, to which he breaks character, greets her back with a friendly, "Hey Janice," and then resumes to yelling. Great commercial, maybe got people talking, which helped Reebok, but it didn't really sell any products that Reebok had to offer. Number 5 is funny because it plays on what a lot of sports fans in general call referees. It also aired in 2003, and the 30-second spot shows a bunch of horses standing around while waiting for a zebra to review a replay, which is obviously making fun of referees. The two spectators watching are sitting on a fence, and one of them says, "This referee is a jackass," to which the other replies, "No, I believe that's a zebra." The spot was put on by Budweiser, who's known to be the king of Super Bowl commercials. See what I did there? Number 4 is a commercial that really put Old Spice on the map. It aired back in 2010 and really played up on the fact that if you used Old Spice body wash, you'll be as manly as you possibly can be. The commercial was edited and shot so well that people were talking about it for years. In it, a man goes from his bathroom to a yacht to being on a horse and having an oyster with tickets to that show you wanted to go to turn into pearls, all in the span of 30 seconds. It sounds crazy, but it's possible as long as you use Old Spice. Alright guys, we made it to the top 3. Being a Coke guy myself, wait, that sounded wrong, or did it? This Pepsi commercial still made me laugh. It shows a Coke employee stocking a fridge at a store when he decides he wants a Pepsi. Of course, working for the competitor, he'd have to be sly about it. He looks around to make sure no one was watching, but when he opens the Pepsi fridge located right beside the Coke fridge he's stocking and grabs the can, Pepsi cans start falling all over the place. Like the whole fridge just breaks. The best part is that this commercial was shot to make it look like it was caught on a security camera, and the song "Your Cheating Heart" is playing in the background. It ends with the Coke employee putting the can back and walking away as if nothing happened. It aired during Super Bowl 30 back in 1996, and it is very funny. That's why it's number 3, because it's funny to me. But this one isn't funny. Number 2 is actually more of a heartwarming story than a funny one. It aired during Super Bowl 48 only a few years ago and has the song "Let It Go" by Passenger playing throughout the entire spot. The minute-long commercial shows a puppy who created a special bond with a horse. The horse is owned by a farmer, while the dog is owned by a neighbor who has to keep retrieving the pup from the farmer's stable. After the puppy visits the horse for the 5th or 6th time and is put in a car, en route home, the horse shows the love is mutual. He starts chasing the car, jumping over fences, and eventually has the other horses join in, stopping the car in its tracks. The commercial ends with the puppy and horse playing in a field while their owners watch. It has nothing to do with beer, but it pushed Budweiser's brand when they used the hashtag BestBuds. Alright, we made it to the best Super Bowl commercial of all time. Although I wasn't even born when this commercial aired, it's been made fun of in TV shows, movies, and will definitely be one of the cheesiest commercials of all time. It shows football player Mean Joe Green walking down the hallway limping while a football game is obviously being played. He's clearly upset that he's injured and forced to leave the game. A kid who's a fan tries to cheer him up by offering Joe a bottle of Coke. Joe first denies it, but after the kid insists, he finally takes it and drinks it down like water. The kid who just lost a bottle of Coke walks away with his head down, which prompts Joe Green to say his famous line, "Hey kid, catch," and then throws him his jersey. The commercial also plays some of the most 70s music you'll ever hear, and I think will forever be the greatest Super Bowl commercial ever. But that list was just my opinion. I want to know if your favorite commercial made the list, so drop me a comment down below. If it didn't, let me know what your favorite commercial is so I can check it out. Until next time, I'm Jared Bronstein, and I will see you soon.